Ever noticed your senior cat doing some bizarre things that leave you scratching your head? You're not alone. As cats age, they often develop some quirky habits that can be both puzzling and entertaining. Stick around until the end of this video, and we'll unravel the mystery behind these weird things only senior cats do, and why they might actually be perfectly normal. Welcome to the feline world. If you're passionate about cats and eager to learn more, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Now, without further ado, let's get started. 1. Meowing for no reason. When senior cats start meowing for no apparent reason, it can be a little puzzling and even a bit amusing. You might notice your cat wandering around the house, letting out loud meows as if they're having a conversation with themselves, or maybe with an imaginary friend. This quirky behavior is often linked to aging and cognitive changes, like feline dementia, which can affect their ability to remember things or make sense of their surroundings. While it can be a little startling at times, especially if it's 3 a.m., it's usually nothing to worry about. Just be patient with them and remember that, just like us, older cats have their own way of navigating the world, sometimes with a lot of talk and a little less logic. 2. Staring at the wall for long periods. If your senior cat spends an unusual amount of time staring at a wall or an empty corner, it might seem a little odd at first. While it could just be one of those quirky old cat habits, like they've found a spot that fascinates them for no particular reason, it could also point to some vision issues. As cats age, their eyesight can decline, making them a bit more puzzled by their surroundings. They might not see it as clearly as they used to, which could lead to some confused staring at what seems like an empty space to us. In other cases, it could simply be a weird behavior that's part of growing older. Cats can sometimes get lost in their thoughts, or in their case, cat thoughts, and forget what they were doing. It's like when humans zone out in front of the TV without realize they're not even watching. 3. Not responding to loud noises or their name. As cats get older, hearing loss can become a common issue, and you might notice your senior cat not responding to loud noises or even their own name. It's not that they've become stubborn or indifferent, it's more likely that they just can't hear us as well as they used to. Cats rely heavily on their senses, and when one starts to fade, like hearing, they'll often compensate by using their sight or sense of smell more. This change in behavior can be tricky to notice since deaf cats often adapt to their environment quietly. Some might even start meowing more loudly or seem a bit confused, which can be a sign of hearing loss. If you suspect your cat is having trouble hearing, it's worth taking them to the vet. They can rule out any infections or treatable conditions, ensuring that your cat is getting the best care possible. Remember, age comes with some challenges, but a little extra understanding can go a long way in making sure your cat remains comfortable and happy. 4. Eating differently. When senior cats start eating differently, it can be a sign of underlying changes in their health. If your cat suddenly becomes picky with food or shows a lack of interest, it could be due to dental issues, like painful teeth or gums. Just like humans, cats can develop dental problems that make chewing uncomfortable. So if they're not eating as much, it's worth checking with a vet. On the flip side, some senior cats may develop an increased appetite or thirst, which could be linked to conditions like diabetes or hypothyroidism. Changes in appetite are pretty common as cats age, especially if their activity levels have slowed down. After all, they're not as busy hunting imaginary prey or racing around like they used to. However, even slight changes in their eating habits should be taken seriously, as they can signal bigger health issues. A vet visit can help rule out anything serious and ensure your senior cat stays happy and healthy, just like they deserve. 5. Confusion or disorientation. As cats age, confusion and disorientation can sometimes creep in, especially if they're dealing with feline cognitive dysfunction. This condition can make them act a bit out of character, becoming more vocal and seeming lost in their own home. They might wander around aimlessly or forget where they are, and you may notice them interacting less with you or other pets. Their curiosity about their surroundings can also fade, and they may seem more withdrawn or distant. While there's not much that can be done to reverse cognitive dysfunction, the best thing you can do is create a safe and predictable environment for your senior cat. Make sure their favorite resting spots are easy to access and they always have food, water, and a litter box nearby. Patience is key during this time. Your cat might need a little extra TLC, but it's all worth it. 6. Forgetting to use the litter box. As your cat enters their golden years, you might notice a bit of a slip-up in their litter box habits. Senior cats, much like humans, can experience cognitive dysfunction, sometimes referred to as cat dementia, which can make them forget their usual litter box routine. They may become confused about where the litter box is or forget what it's for entirely. It can be frustrating, but try to keep things in perspective. Your senior cat isn't being naughty, they're just dealing with the challenges of aging. If this happens, it's helpful to make their litter box as accessible as possible. Place it in spots where they've previously gone, or make sure it's easy for them to find. But remember, this could also be a sign of other issues, like urinary tract infections, constipation, or even vision problems. Before you chalk it up to old age, it's always a good idea to take your cat to the vet to rule out any medical conditions. 7. Slightly wobbly walking. As cats get older, it's not uncommon for them to develop arthritis or muscle weakness, which can lead to a slightly wobbly walk. You might notice your senior cat moving more slowly or having a bit of a shaky gait as they make their way across the room. It can be endearing, like watching a tiny kitten trying to walk for the first time. Except, well, this time it's a seasoned cat who's been through plenty of adventures. This unsteady walking is usually a sign that your cat's body is feeling the effects of age, but it doesn't usually mean they're in pain. It's just their way of adjusting to physical changes. If you notice your cat struggling more than usual, it's always a good idea to visit the vet. They can recommend treatments or adjustments, like a comfy bed or even joint supplements, to help your furry friend feel more stable and continue strutting their stuff with confidence. 8. Constantly searching for new sleeping spots. Senior cats can develop a curious habit of constantly searching for new sleeping spots. They might leave their comfy old favorite napping spot and start exploring odd places like under the bed, inside a laundry basket, or behind the couch. It can seem like they're trying to find the perfect secret hideaway, but it's actually a sign of their changing needs. As cats get older, they may seek out quieter, more secure locations to rest, or they might be trying to find a spot that feels more comfortable due to joint pain or muscle stiffness. Just be sure to keep their resting places safe and cozy, and don't be surprised if your cat's next nap is in a place that's definitely more creative than before. 9. Playing less than usual. You may notice that your cat's once persistent interest in play starts to dwindle. They might no longer pounce on their favorite toys or get as excited about a good game of chase. Instead, they may prefer to curl up in their favorite spot for a nap. While this can feel a bit sad, it's usually just a natural part of the aging process. Senior cats simply don't have the same energy or curiosity as their younger selves, and they may not feel the need to engage in as much play anymore. Nevertheless, while your cat may not be interested in their toys, they'll always be your loyal companion, just perhaps with a little less playtime and a little more relaxation. 10. Sleeping more or less than usual. As your cat enters their golden years, you might notice they're catching more sleep than before. This extra snooze time is usually just a sign that they're slowing down a bit and conserving energy. Older cats often sleep more because their bodies need the rest to recharge. So if your senior kitty is spending more time in their cozy bed, it's perfectly normal. Make sure to have a quiet and comfortable space to relax, and consider adjusting their diet to meet their changing energy levels. Choosing a senior-specific food with fewer calories can help keep them healthy as they age. Alternatively, some older cats may sleep less at night, becoming a bit more active when everyone else is off to bed. This could be because they're catching up on sleep during the day instead. As long as they're still getting enough rest overall, there is usually no cause for concern. And there you have it, some of the super weird things only senior cats do and why it happens. As our furry friends grow older, their behavior can change in some pretty unexpected ways. Remember, a little extra patience and care can go a long way in helping them through their golden years. Got any funny or relatable moments about your senior cat's quirky behaviors? We'd love to hear your stories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell so you never miss our future content. And if you know someone with a senior cat, share this video with them. They might find it helpful. Thanks for watching, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.